Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. We're not going to go rant mode today. The lights are blue. I'm in a good mood. So we're not going to lose the plot at these ridiculous rumours that are coming out from Tonali, but it's news. So guess what? We'll talk about it and we'll discuss it and we'll shut it right down. As well as another player that's been linked to Newcastle, but as you might have guessed, it's for the summer, more likely than the winter, because we've only got a few days left now of the transfer window. It does shut on Monday, the 3rd of February, so let's wait and see. Still waiting for an official announcement that the Almiron deal's done. Kelly to Juventus has went a bit quiet. I think Juventus are targeting other centre-backs now. They might even be close to signing a couple. But speaking of Juventus, let's talk about these Italian reports, and that are just absolutely outrageous. But before we get really stuck into those reports and another player that has been linked to the Toon, shout out StocksFC for sponsoring this video. And one of the great things about StocksFC is that they are constantly updating their player portfolios, so players that you can put money on to win you money. So the better they play, the more cash you win. I showed you my portfolio the other day where Isak's banging form. Justin Kluivert scored a hat-trick against it, but he's a great player. Another one that is good this season is Ahmad, and he has just been added to StocksFC, the Man United player, the only decent Man United player this season, to be fair. Ahmad, who unfortunately scored against Newcastle a couple of years ago. But if you want to win some money, got to be clever about it. Got to put these rivalries aside. I mean, all really class and Man U was a rival, bottom half. But Ahmad's available now. And on that, actually, Arsenal fans, Isak's on there, by the way. So you just can sign him, because your club's not. So it's the closest user get playing Isak for Arsenal is on StocksFC. So have a look, scan the QR code, or hit that link in the description now. Remember, you can get 5 free loan stocks. Right, I've got it here. We'll mute the laptop so it doesn't make that noise again. And we'll get the article up here from late last night, was it? Real Madrid tipped to make a move for Newcastle United star Sandro Tonali. He's definitely going to leave, according to these Italian reports. Already has a good few months after we stick by him for 10 months during his gambling ban. Oh, and he's just going to go straight to Real Madrid, according to Italian media. And also, Man City have joined the race. So Real Madrid and Man City both want to sign Sandro Tonali. Let's get into this a little bit more then. Alright, yeah, we'll go. So, according to Italian journalist Gianluca Di Marzio, who actually does have a lot of followers and a lot of credibility, that's going to die off surely, Tonali will leave Newcastle at the end of the season, and Madrid are going to come in for him. The transfer expert has added that defending Premier League champions Man City could also be an option for the 24-year-old, who cost Newcastle $55 million in 2023. The most expensive Italian player of all time, remember. Spazio Milan have said, I don't know if he can return to Italy in June, but I think Tonali will leave Newcastle. I think there could also be an important international market for him. The Italian journalist added, I wouldn't be surprised if Real Madrid could take him, because City could do it too. Sandro is a player who, beyond a possible return to Italy, so again he's trying to push the attack. Why is he going to go back to Italy? He played for his boyhood club, played for AC Milan, he's came to the Toon, he's clearly loving life right now in Newcastle. So I'll just have a good few months and go back to Italy. If he is going to move, it would be to Real Madrid. But he's not going to move yet anyways. Team talk revealed in December that Tonali is happy in Newcastle despite reports suggesting that he could leave, and nothing has changed since. So at least some English media are sticking up for us here and not backing this and saying, oh yeah, well he's away. These are also pointing out the fact that he is content with life at Newcastle, enjoying life, and he's keen on becoming a big success in the Premier League. So this is obviously just some bollocks Italian journalists, and now loads of people have jumped on it. Just sick and tired, gutted that he left Italy, thinks that he's too good for Newcastle, and he's going to go to Real Madrid. I can't see it happening. Could it happen in 2-3 years' time? Of course it could. But telling me that he's going to leave, one of these top Italian journalists, saying, oh, Tonali, leaving this summer. Yeah, Real Madrid, maybe even Man City. Unless they came in with a gigantic offer, which I don't think they would. I think Tonali's staying here for at least another year. I really do. It's mad, however, it's not Isak. It's Tonali. If it's not Tonali, it was Bruno a year ago. It was Anthony Gordon 6 months ago. Can they not just accept that Newcastle are a big club now? We are ambitious. I know PSR is trying to derail that, but we are ambitious. We do have goals. We are in the top 4 as it stands. We are in the semi-final of a Carabao Cup. We are in the next round of the FA Cup. We did play Champions League football last year. These are treating this like Tonali's our only good player, and he's playing for Steve Bruce. Times have changed, man. I acknowledge that. He's not going to Real Madrid this summer, unless, like I say, a massive money offer came, and they don't specify how much Real Madrid would bid. They're saying here as well, sources indicate Magpies do not plan to sell in 2025 either, Sandro Tonali, and obviously, why would we? Why on earth would we sell him straight away? Tonali's made 21 appearances for the Toon this season, 14 starts. He got his first goal since his debut against Aston Villa all those months ago before his ban against Southampton last weekend. He's got 1 assist, and he's been absolutely bossing it. Listen, his role in that number 6 position for Newcastle is what has really transformed our season. You know, we were struggling before that. We couldn't quite hit the balance. The only thing that's really changed is that Tonali came in. Is that he's sitting there now. Bruno's been freed up to go for the forward, and it's worked an absolute treat. So yeah, I can't see. I'd say we're way more likely to sell a Bruno Guimaraes, or even Isak, to be honest with you, than a Sandro Tonali this year. But we're going to sell him straight away after a good few months. Nah, I don't think so. These things again, though, the reports just trying to unsettle Newcastle, trying to unsettle the players. As I mentioned, like they did with Gordon, like they're now doing with Isak, and now it's Tonali all of a sudden. Just accept that these top-class players like playing for Newcastle. Tonali literally came out and said this the other day. Says he's playing in one of the best teams he's ever played in. They fight for each other. He loves it. He's enjoying every day. He's thriving. His game's getting better. You can see that on the pitch. You can see how much, and he said it before, the fans have resonated with him. How much he appreciated the support he got during that difficult 10 months, during his ban, and when he came back, he was overwhelmed with the support. And he's paying us back now. You know, we did invest a lot of money into him, 55 million. Devastating blow from to be out last year, missed the Champions League and everything. But he's came back now, and he is top class. And I can't wait to continue seeing him thrive in a Newcastle United shirt. And that will hopefully be in Europe again next year. So the Tonali nonsense rumours to Real Madrid, Man City. You know what I mean? Man City can't make the mind up, can they not? I heard they were saying Bruno to replace Rodri. Now it's Tonali to replace De Bruyne. What's going on? No. And like I say, unless it's a massive offer, but even then I'd be surprised if they thought about moving for him that quick, because he's only just settled into the Premier League life this season, the last few months really. So yeah, that's just some burnt up Italian journalist who's stuck up, who, yeah, sick of his life, whatever. You know, his pasta's getting colder to him, his wife didn't stock the fridge of Moretti, and he's taking it out on Newcastle, telling us he's going to leave any minute. Bollocks. I forgot what Italian for bollocks was, because I found that out once on another video. But yeah, anyways, move on. We're going to move on to a potential Newcastle signing. Now, this was revealed yesterday by Mark Douglas at the Eye, and he was saying that we have eyed up Bournemouth hotshot defender this season. Both of them, to be fair, since they've came in the last 10 games together, Bournemouth have been on fire. They've actually got the best defence since these two started playing together. That young Huyson and Ilya Zabarnyi. Zabarnyi? Z-A-B-A-R-N-Y-I. Zabarnyi. Bournemouth defender Zabarnyi. He's a Ukrainian international. He's been quality since he's came in, and he's eyed up to be the replacement for Fabian Schär. Now, we know Schär's been quality, biggest bargain ever, 3 million quid, amazing. We're going to go on about him all day long, but he's aging, like we all are. Inevitable, really, isn't it? But as a centre-back, you know, the grey hairs, the silver fox is coming through now. Is he 33 now? And he's shown it. He had a really good few months, but I think the last month he started to struggle. You know, he's starting to slow it down. He's starting to make mistakes. And I love him. Obviously, we all love him. But I just think it's because he's getting played that often. There's been no one else to step in for him. You know, so, yeah, we need someone there. That's why, obviously, we tried to sign Mark Gahey last summer. So I understand that. That was the right thing to do. We didn't get him in this January. It's looking unlikely with a few days to go the window that we're going to sign anyone. But now, obviously, looking towards the future, the summer, when FFP, the PSR deadline passes on June 30th, where we can hopefully splash some cash. And Zabarnyi is one of the ones that Newcastle are looking at closely. Eddie Howe, it's an obvious link, isn't it, that he's going to have ties with Bournemouth still. But Bournemouth, to be fair to them, now they're a club on the up and now. And unlike Arsenal fans who just think Newcastle will sell Isak and he'll leave because we're a small club and all that, I'll respect Bournemouth. I'll say, listen, he's got a good thing going at Bournemouth there. It's the same with, you know, Spurs maybe sacking Postecoglou and eyeing up Areola, the manager, Iriola. Then I'm thinking, why the hell would he leave Bournemouth to go to Tottenham? I bet he's Solanke wishes he didn't leave Bournemouth to go to Tottenham. You know, Tottenham are sitting 15th, Bournemouth on a European adventure. Good luck to them. I think it'd be great to see Bournemouth in Europe. Very good team. So it won't be easy to get Zabarnyi from Bournemouth. But they're saying here the long-term need to sign a right-footed centre-back is going to take off this summer window, and Ukrainian international Zabarnyi is one of the players being considered by the club alongside targets in Europe. There's no chance for moving in January, but Bournemouth may reassess this in the summer. And let's be honest, Bournemouth probably will have to sell. Bournemouth are more of a selling club, so they're going to need funds that way. And they keep on doing it anyways. It doesn't. Anyone was after Zabarnyi 6 months ago, was it? A couple of people were after Huyson. Newcastle were actually linked with him, his centre-back partner. We should have went in for him. Apparently Mitchell was a fan of him, but we couldn't make it happen. So, aye, Zabarnyi, if we get him now, Bournemouth will just go and find someone else. They're like Brighton, aren't they? They'll sell the players and they'll go get someone for 5-10 million, like a Semenyo, who no one wanted, who was a flop at Sunderland, and now he's linked to Newcastle, he's linked to everyone. So Bournemouth are really good at it, and credit to them. At only 22, he now is developing some Premier League experience across his 2 seasons on the South Coast. And obviously, Bournemouth's defence, like I mentioned, is getting plenty of interest across Europe. Paul Mitchell is looking to expand Newcastle's transfer remit and put the club in the market for some of the most promising talents across Europe. The club's eventual objective is to bring in players of Zabarnyi's ilk before there is a premium added to their price. But attempts to kickstart this process in January have been hamstrung by their PSR position. Remember, we were obviously trying to sign Kusanov, who signed for Man City and had a nightmare on his debut, but to be fair to him, he got chucked in, only a few days training, the kid doesn't speak English. So yeah, I wouldn't go on that. I think he will be a great defender. His agent came out and said Newcastle were close. Eddie Howe was asked about it in the press conference the other week, said we'll try to get him, but FFP stopped us from doing it. Absolute ball ache. Newcastle have also had an interest in another City new signing, Juma Bar, the former Real Valladolid defender, who was at the centre of a tapping up row last week when his club accused the Premier League champions of encouraging him to breach his contract. The 18-year-old has joined City and been loaned to Lens to aid his development. So there we go, just Man City signing everyone again. That's financial fair play working a treat, isn't it? Remember, Shaw is actually out of contract this summer, but likely to get an extension surely as negotiations continue. Byrne has already triggered a contract extension, but the hope is that the 33-year-old Swiss defender, he is 33, thought so, will follow suit within weeks. Newcastle are understandably keen to retain a player with his influence that he has. So, there we go on the transfer front. Again, on the Almiron stuff, it's meant to be happening any minute now. Apparently, there was an emotional goodbye at the training ground yesterday, is what Pete Graves was saying from Sky. Newcastle didn't really want to lose him this window because we're unlikely to be able to replace him. But it was a business decision where they had to take the money for him. There it is. That'll do for today's video. Like I say, if there is breaking transfer news, hope so. Unlikely. We'll come back with another video later on, or any sort of news for that matter. But let us know your thoughts in the comments below on Zabarnyi, the ridiculous ones from the Italian media. Or are you thinking Tonali would jump ship? Could you see Tonali moving to Real Madrid or Man City? I mean, when you say it, obviously, you know, them teams are serial winners, trophies, unlike Arsenal, and they would offer him a load of more money. But just this summer, and saying that he's definitely going to leave, not for me. And remember, scan that QR code if you fancy getting involved in StocksFC as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. Drop a like on this one, subscribe to my channel TV, and enjoy yourself.